So Extreme Rules just happened, and my goodness, that ending, wow. Okay, very, very solid pay-per-view overall. Some things I didn't like, a lot of things I did like, more good than bad. I mean, just overall, it was a solid pay-per-view. So the first thing that we had happen was that Big Cass came down to the ring. He confronted the Dudleys. Dudleys started to attack him. And then he fought back, and he won, keeping his momentum up. That was in the pre-show. Solid way to start off the show. The Dudleys are great as a heel duo. Bubba is the best as a heel. He's amazing. Then in the next pre-show segment, we got Baron Corbin defeating Dolph Ziggler. What needed to happen, to be quite honest, it should have happened at the last pay-per-view, but we can deal with this one instead. Now we move on to the main show, and we got Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson versus the Usos in a fairly entertaining tornado tag team match. Basically, it was just the Usos kicking butt for a lot of it. Then the Club, as they call themselves, came back. They fought around the ring, and then the Club put an end to the Usos, which was much needed. The Usos went back to the room. They were limping. They needed help out, so it made it seem like they weren't going to be involved in the later part of the show, which was a nice way of storytelling along the way. The next match we had was Rusev versus Kalisto for the US title in a David versus Goliath type matchup. Kalisto has been solid as the US champion, but I mean, he hasn't really been given any storyline or substance to his character, so it really was time to move on, and that's exactly what happened when Rusev locked Kalisto in a vicious accolade. It was just like, it was crazy. I mean, he had him bending ways that humans should not bend. I can't wait to see how this title reign will last, if he's going to go on another undefeated streak, or if he's going to be kind of in between, because it's difficult booking people with an undefeated streak, because once they're beaten, what else do they have to that character? Now that Rusev's been beaten, maybe he can be a rising star in the company, now that he has that loss under him, and he's been losing quite a bit recently, and then he's being built back up as somewhat of a monster, so we'll see where they go with that. The next segment was the New Day versus the Vaudevillains for the Tag Team Championships, and what was really interesting about this match is normally when the Tag Team Championships are being defended, it's normally Kofi and Big E, with Xavier Woods on the outside, but they elected to go with Big E and Xavier, which is something we don't really see, and it made for a nice little dynamic, and reminds us all that Xavier Woods is actually quite talented in the ring and then on the mic. The commentators made a good reference saying that he is one of the most underrated guys in the New Day, which is pretty cool because he really is, and he can get it done in the ring, so it was nice to see that. But they are still your
WWE World Tag Team Champions!
After that great tag team match, we move on to what was the match of the night. And everybody expected it to be the match of the night. We just weren't sure how we were going to get there. With all the talent involved, it was just amazing. I mean, this is a match of the year candidate. The IC title match between The Miz, Cesaro, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens completely stole the show. Oh my God! Wow! That was unexpected. Here it is. Here's the big spot. Cesaro's going to come right in. Here he is. And there we go. This is the big spot. Love it. Love it. Now he's going to go for pins on all of them. Okay, Kevin Owens rolled it, but two of them, still.
Oh, Sami does not want to be in this position. Now Cesaro from
oh my goodness. Oh, what a move. What a move. Man, Cesaro is awesome. Oh, man. Oh, here comes the uppercut train. Oh, I love this. Oh, he's still going. Still going. Still going. Still going. Oh. Oh. Love you, Cesaro. Oh, no way. Oh, is this going to be 3 cannonballs? 1 sec. Here it goes. Cannonball 1. Cannonball 2. Now does Sami counter? Sami counter? I think Sami counters here. Somehow. I was wrong. Okay. Oh, what an uppercut is that? Oh, no way. No way. Oh. 1, 2. Kicked out. Kicked out. Oh. Oh, I thought that might have been the end. I thought that was the end. Oh, here comes the swing. The swing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 swings, and then the sharpshooter. Oh my goodness. Maurice is... Oh, Mrs. Tapping! Mrs. Tapping! Mrs. Tapping, but ref didn't see it. Oh. Oh my goodness. Oh! Oh! No way. Is that it? Zayn comes in, right? 2. Zayn in! Oh! Oh my goodness, what a match. Oh, what a move! 1. Oh! My God!
Four great athletes.
Oh! My goodness! Oh! Exploder into the turn. Oh my goodness. Is Sammy gonna win? Are they gonna throw the title on Sammy? Oh, what a super kick! Oh, pop up! Pop up! 1, 2. Miz pulls him out. Miz pulls him out. No way. Miz gets caught. Oh! Haluva kick! Kevin Owens pulls him out now. Oh my goodness. Oh, Miz won! Miz won! And the way the end happened with Miz just swooping in there and stealing Sami Zayn's victory, it creates a lot of ways that you can go. You can continue down the path of Cesaro versus Miz because Miz didn't really beat Cesaro, Sami Zayn did. So Sami Zayn can also be put back in that IC title match. And then Kevin Owens was kind of taken out at the last moment, so you can be kind of arguing that because The Miz took him out. There was so many things going on, and every single member in that match looks strong coming out of it. You can argue that Cesaro shouldn't have been the one to take the pin, but at the same time, Cesaro was made to be really strong in that match, if not the strongest out of everybody. So it kind of works. It was just a really, really, really well-wrestled match. After that amazing Match of the Year candidate, we move on to probably, in my opinion, this is my opinion, the worst match of the night. The Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho in the Asylum match, the first ever Asylum match. It had its moment. Just one singular moment, and that was, well, two. I'll say it has two. It was when Chris Jericho got body slammed into the thumbtacks, and then the nunchucks versus the barbed wire 2x4. Those were the only moments in the match, and even that diving elbow from the top of the cage, it was okay. The match was so dragged out, so slow, so boring. I mean, there was a mop involved, that it just wasn't really... It didn't feel like a big fight. It felt like a comedy match. And for the talent involved in the ring, that's not how it should have been. So, it was just barely okay. I felt like it was more of a thing for Raw, to be quite honest, than it was for a pay-per-view. And this was a decent feud going in. Yes, it was made up over silly stuff, so it makes sense that there was silly stuff involved in the actual match. But there was to a point. I mean, the potted plant barely got used, I'm not even sure, I can't remember if it did actually get used. The straight jacket spot was silly. The mop was okay, but I mean, mopping someone's face in a match, great, okay. It just had its couple moments, That's about it. It was painful to watch when Jericho got slammed into those thumbtacks, though. I legitimately cringed. I was like, oh! But just okay. Just okay. We follow up that match with the second worst match of the night, in my opinion. The Charlotte versus Natalya for the Women's Championship in a submission match. I don't know, there was just something about this match that never clicked the whole way through. I think it's partially because Natalya hasn't been taken seriously for like 5 years now. She's just kind of been that girl, that woman there. You know, she hasn't been given any storyline. This is the most storyline she's been given in 5 years. And as a result, she's not being taken seriously. I know that with the whole Ric Flair angle, it made some interest, but nobody was going to have Natalya take the title off Charlotte to begin with, so there was lack of interest there, and there was no real storyline build-up around, right? So, now, the inclusion of Dana Brooke is between interesting and boring, and I'm not too sure which one I want to know what it is yet. I think the reason that she is being paired with Charlotte is because WWE knows she is not ready to handle a storyline by herself, and that is because Emma got injured. So this kind of felt forced in there with no build-up prior. Like, Charlotte and Dana Brooke didn't really have any prior history. In fact, last I remember, they were fighting in NXT. They were rivals in NXT. So there's no prior to it, and so it just seems really out of the blue. I don't know where they're going to go with this. If it's maybe Dana Brooke trying to play Charlotte along so that she can get a championship match, but Dana Brooke isn't ready. I just don't know where they go from this, and it just feels kind of forced upon us. And the last match of the night was the most hyped match for. It was AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns for the WWE Championship in an Extreme Rules match. And to me, this is just my solid opinion on it, but I don't get why people constantly hate on Roman Reigns. Yes, he does tend to kick out of everything. He does tend to be put over ridiculously strong. He doesn't lose. But the man delivers in the ring. He puts on solid match after solid match after solid match, and the reason why people tend to look at his matches and think, man, these are boring, is because he's been playing the face role, the babyface role, when everybody's treating him like a heel. So when he's having those comebacks, people are booing him out of the building. And so that whole dynamic is just thrown off of a babyface versus a heel. Now, with AJ Styles, who has been treated like a clear babyface, and Roman Reigns like the heel, and then they both muddy in some face and heel tactics with it, it created for a very dynamic match. And the crowd was hot for this match. There was lots of spots. It felt like an Extreme Rules match. It felt vicious. It felt important. I loved this small inclusion of the club coming down first, attacking Reigns, making it really seem like Styles was going to win the match when he put his arm over him, and then he kicks out. Then come down the Usos, and then they attack the club, and they even out the odds. It was perfect. And then the one thing I didn't like from this match, though, was how Styles hit 2 Styles clashes on him and one on a steel chair, and he kicks out of both, but then Roman Reigns spears Styles out of midair, and that's it. Now, granted, Styles had went through 2 tables earlier and had gotten a spear as well, so it felt like it kind of evened out. But after all those chair shots as well by Styles, I don't think Reigns should have been able just to jump up like that and spear him. Now, that is my only fault I have with the match, because it was a cool ending. Just the lead up to the end, it felt like it was really out of nowhere. But all this aside, we finally get the return of Seth freaking Rollins, at the end of the pay-per-view, and he is honestly one of my favorite wrestlers. He's top 3 for me for sure. It is so nice to have him back. I can't wait to see the Reigns versus Rollins feud, and if it'll culminate at maybe SummerSlam with possibly Dean Ambrose winning the briefcase, and that leads to, who knows, maybe another Dean versus Seth, or Roman versus Dean, something along those lines. And then at WrestleMania, we get a triple threat match with the Shield for the WWE title. One of them would maybe cash in. So say if, I don't know. Anyways, getting off track. Seth Rollins is back. It is so great to see. I can't wait to see this feud moving forward. Overall, a very, very, very solid pay-per-view with only 2 matches that were kind of just okay, and the rest were very stellar. So anyways, guys, if you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, and be sure to comment down below what was your favorite match if you happen to watch. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.